wir haben, glaube ich, noch... Ja, genau. Hier haben wir noch so ein... Sollen wir erst die fertig machen? Ich glaube, es wäre am besten, wenn wir die erst fertig machen, oder? Aber das ist spannend. Ich schaue da hin. Okay, weswegen sollen wir nochmal nachschauen? Wegen dem Bild?
Maybe we should take another look at this.
Aha. Was seltsam wirkt. Die Kette?
It's Felicia's necklace.
Okay, nein, alles klar. Oh. Ah, okay, cool. Das hier wird
Is that
seltsam.
the sun?
Oh mein Gott.
The sun was upside down.
War es der Mond?
Do you hear something?
Oh, oben ist unten. Oh, wie cool.
That's it.
Okay, ich bin auch unbegeistert. Oh je.
What?
It's just going to hang in the middle of the room.
You can reach it, can't you?
Yeah, but
Then I don't see the problem.
Ja. What? Wo sind wir hier? Oh, wow. So eine mysteriöse Kajüte.
There's an old curtain hanging up here.
wanna take a look behind it?
Yes. Yes.
Most of the room is made of wood, but this door is made of thick metal.
Ja. Ja, gerne. Ich habe gerade S'mores gegessen. mit meinen Mitbewohnern. Das war sehr lecker. Ich hatte davor noch nie einen gegessen. Und dann haben wir literally so 8 Marshmallows gegessen, was auch sehr lecker war. Njam, njam. Jetzt habe ich Diabetes. Easy. Instant. Okay, okay, was?
Most of the room is made of wood,
Oh.
but this door is made of thick metal.
Vorhang ersetzen. Durchs Fenster sehen natürlich. Oh. Wir sind unter Wasser.
Caution. Pressure seal. I mean, that's a good thing, right?
Yeah. The submarine must be pressurized on the inside to offset the external water pressure.
And what would happen if it had the wrong pressure? The door would burst open.
Well, I imagine the glass would break at least.
Oh. Or you mean?
I can see an old wooden deck. It looks a bit like a pirate ship.
Oh.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh, das sind die Kratzspuren.
I can see an old wooden deck.
Yeah,
Das wollte ich
I
nicht.
bet.
I can see
Okay.
The door is firmly
For
locked.
once, I'm glad to hear it.
Mhm. Aber ich möchte die Kratzspuren anfassen.
I can see an old...
Yeah, I bet.
Ja, bet. Na gut. Kann ich das...
Most of the room is made of this door is made of thick metal.
Ah, okay. Easy. Na gut.
What is that?
It's a model town.
Oh. Ist es Silkworm Etsy? Cool. Wen haben wir denn hier? Hier sind 2 Personen. Hier ist wahrscheinlich Cynthia. Oder hieß die so? Hier ist ein Mann im Bart. Wahrscheinlich ihr neuer Mann. Hier ist ein Mann, der da hinter sich Fischer taggt. Und dieses Haus ist blau. Jedes andere ist es nicht. Der Leuchtturm. Das musst du jetzt vergleichen mit dieser anderen Karte, gell?
Hey,
Oh?
there's a panel at the front. And it slides out.
I
Nice.
guess that's the ocean. You can put the little model boats on it.
Ah, wie süß.
Huh.
Oh mein Gott, what the... Tausche die Positionen der Segel. Tippe auf die Boote, um sie zu drehen. Okay. Okay. Ich nehme an, wir wollen an das X ankommen. Hier ist die 2. Wo ist die 1? Wo ist die 1? Soll ich hier einfach 2 sein? Oder? Aber es gibt mehrere 2. Es gibt relativ viele 2. Ich nehme an, dass wir zu diesem X möchten. Und wir starten wahrscheinlich hier. Ich weiß nicht, warum da eine 2 ist. Aber 1, 2. kann man auch schief gehen. Ja. Und das hier sind auch... Okay. Gut, also wir könnten von dem hier theoretisch... Wir können die nicht vertauschen. Nein. Okay. Bedeutet also theoretisch, wir müssen von dem hier... Man könnte nämlich nur dahin gehen. Okidokes. Okay, ich nehme an. Wir müssen von dem hier hochgehen. Und da bräuchten wir hier 4. Das hier. Oder? Oder sind das nur 3? Zählt das als 3? Wahrscheinlich schon, oder? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Ja, okay, 3. 1, 2, 3. Und dann sind wir von 3 hier oben. Könnten wir hier runtergehen? Ja. So. Und das wird 1, 2. Dann sind wir hier unten. Dann könnten wir da hochgehen. Das sind 1, 2, 3 mal wieder. Okay, das müssen 4 sein. Fuck. Okay, dann gehen wir halt 4 da hoch und gehen da hoch. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Dann müssen wir wieder 3 da hochgehen. 1, 2. Ne, das sind 4. Oh, warte. Hier habe ich auch irgendwie 7. Nicht 4. Das sind 4. Ich glaube, das ist falsch. Ich glaube, das ist schon so 1, 2, 3. Anders würde es keinen Sinn ergeben für mich. 1, 2. Dann müssen wir hier hochkommen. Auch wieder 3. Aber wir haben irgendwie nicht so viele Dreier. Ah, vielleicht müssen wir da einfach da runter, Steffi. Mein Gott. Okay. Achso. 1, 2 und dann 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Das passt schon mal. Dann kommen wir halt von der 7 da hoch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Und von der 5 da runter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Und von der 4... Warte, bin ich jetzt dumm? 3... 2... 7... 5... Ah, ich habe mich vertan in dem Boot. 5... So. 2. Und dann kommen wir zu dem. Das ist richtig. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Das ist richtig. Dann kommen wir wieder hoch. Und dann ist es ein 2. Und das sollte eine 5 sein. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, fertig.
I did it.
Ja. Oh mein Gott. Abitur.
Good job.
The little lighthouse. It opened up. And there's something in there.
Was, wie cool. Zeug her. Oh, kann ich... Achso, öffnen. Achso. Eine Filmrolle. Oh. Okay, haben wir das jetzt, oder? Achso. Okay, wir kommentieren das nicht. Alles klar, cool.
What's that on the bed?
Some kind of box.
Can you get it open?
Es gibt so viele Geheimnisse hier, das gefällt mir. Oh, drüben. Okay. Hier muss, glaube ich, eine Rubine rein oder so. Oh! Ich mag, dass alles unterschiedliche Geräusche macht. Okay, wunderbar.
There's no way to open it.
Seems that way.
Well, that was disappointing.
In der Tat. ist was drin. Glaube ich. Okay. Gut. Oh. Kapitel 2. Die Kiste, die sich nicht öffnen ließ. Fortfahren. Und wir haben noch nicht mal alle Personen gemietet, weil ich so ungeduldig war. Toll.
So this was Martuga's bedroom.
Yes.
Technically, if it's the captain's quarters, whoever is currently captain would get this room.
It's a dressing table.
Go on, say it.
Like a woman would have in her bedroom? Candles. They're caked in dust.
Oh mein Gott, ich habe ihn weggedrückt.
Candles. They're caked in dust.
Okay, gut.
There's no way to open it.
Achso, nicht die.
Seems that way.
Nein, in Ruhe lassen. Ich möchte die Bilder anschauen.
There's no way to
Ah,
open it.
Seems that way.
Okay. Trotzdem versuchen. Gut, dann habe ich, glaube ich, alles angeklickt.
What's that hanging on the back of the chair? Socks?
Bandages.
Oh, ach ja, stimmt, der war die ganze Zeit verbunden, das ist wahr. Oh, alright.
A lantern. It's been a while since it was lit.
Ich lebe auch gerne in völliger Dunkelheit.
So this was Martuga's bedroom.
Achso, ja. Yes. Okay, lass mal die Achso, das war Schluss, okay. Lass mal die letzten Leute kennenlernen. Hat sich das gerade verändert schon, oder? Das sah ein bisschen anders aus. Ui. Ach, jeder Raum begeistert mich mehr, muss ich ehrlich sagen.
Hello? Is anyone there?
I think there's someone in that basket.
Oh. Er ist crazy. Ich liebe ihn. Oh mein Gott.
What on earth are you doing?
Ah, customers, come in, and welcome to Mr. Grip's Emporium.
Wait, what?
I guess he's Mr. Grip.
What's that? You'd like a succinct yet exhaustive rundown of our operational philosophy?
I don't think I said that.
Here at Mr. Grip's, we plot the unplottable, chart the unchartable, and measure the unmeasurable. No sea too vast, no night too dark, no fog too thick. With the right contraption in your pocket, even the great unknown may be quantified and calculated. So fret not, noble navigator, as we stock all the essentials.
Oh mein Gott, er ist wahnsinnig. Ich liebe ihn. What? Ich habe 0 Euronen. Oh mein Gott.
I'm sorry, you can't afford this
I
item.
don't want it.
I'm afraid you don't have enough money.
I know! I'm not trying to buy anything!
Apologies, you can't afford that one.
Oh.
Mr. Grip, we're not customers. We're detectives. We need to talk to you.
Why didn't you say so? Now, what is it you wanted to know?
Everything, yes, indeed. Können wir kurz nochmal rausgehen? Ich wollte nämlich erst nochmal... Oh, ich liebe ihn. Er ist toll.
It's a big compass.
Lass mal anschauen. Wow, ein Kompass, der nicht nach Norden zeigt. Ein Computerkompass, der gerade repariert wird. Oh, ja, der zeigt überall hin. Schön. Okay.
A selection of some of my more unusual compasses.
Nice.
Please peruse at your leisure.
Oh nein. Oh mein Gott. Oh, noch ein Rätsel. Ich liebe Rätsel. Let's go. Okay, ziehe den richtigen Kompass in jede der 4 Plätze. Achso, okay. Dieser Kompass versucht, von allen anderen wegzuzeigen. Alright, dann würde ich wohl eher so einen an. Hier rein. Oh mein Gott, ich liebe es. Ist ja geil. Oh, toll. Okay, oh, okay, warte, das ist doch nicht so toll. Ah, warte, stopp it. Dieser Kompass möchte das Rätsel gerade nicht lösen. Dieser Kompass ist eigentlich eine getarnte Uhr. Brother. What are you talking about? Maybe it's this one? Maybe it's this one? Was so? Oder? Dieser Kompass versucht, auf alle anderen zu zeigen. Auf alle anderen? Wie machst du denn das, Bruder? Sagt das irgendwas aus? Oder nicht? Eine getarnte Uhr. Wenn man von oben ausgeht. Dieser Kompass möchte das Rätsel gerade nicht lösen. Das Komische ist auch, dass diese beiden hier einfach in die gleiche Richtung... wait. Warte, der möchte okay, der hier folgt dem Rosanen. Alles klar. Und der Blaue folgt dem Grünen. Und der Rosane... Der Rosane... Der Rosane folgt keinem. Ne, der Rosane macht gar nichts. Okay. Du folgst irgendwie dem Lilan, aber irgendwie auch nicht. Du willst wegzeigen von dem Roten. Vielleicht gehörst du dann dahin? Du möchtest, glaube ich, auch keinen zeigen. Nee. Okay. Dich interessiert das Ganze hier nicht? Der Grüne hier, der folgt... Ich meine, geht das weiter? Eigentlich nicht.
Yo.
Das macht überhaupt keinen Sinn. Ohne Witz.
Nice.
That's something unlocked?
Nope.
Yeah, it did. I heard sounded like a box opening.
Pure conjecture.
It's open.
What is that? Some kind of scroll.
That is not for sale. Please don't touch
Too
it.
late. Sorry.
Yes! Okay, öffnen natürlich. Okay. Oh, for Customer. Er hat diese komische Boje gemacht. Okay. Mr. Grips. Emporium. Entrollt enthüllt sie eine Karte. Irgendwo im Meer ist ein rotes X markiert. In der Tat, irgendwo im Meer. Jetzt wieder dieses Ding. Das ist ein großes Ding. Kartenkoordination. Karte interpretiert von Godric Grip. Im Auftrag gegeben von Magnus Matuga. Kosten erlassen. Circa 2 Meilen vor der Seidenwurmküste.
Who are these guys?
Just some of my satisfied customers.
Aha.
If I turn this wheel, you have to turn the other one.
Why?
Because one good turn deserves another.
Is that the balloon part of a hot air balloon?
I think so. And it's Mr. Grip's Emporium. Noisy, dangerous, confusing. Yep, it's an engine room.
I thought you were talking about me.
Okay. Los.
Can I get your full name?
Godric Grip of Mr. Grip's Emporium.
And that's this little shop you run down here in the engine room, for some reason.
This is merely the newest branch. The flagship site is back in Silquem-on-Sea.
Yeah, we saw it. It's all boarded up.
Yes, well, I can't make a living selling compasses to the ghosts in a ghost town, can I?
So that's what you do? Sell compasses? Seems kind of niche.
We buy, sell, and service all manner of nautical navigation equipment. What's that? Ah, yes, we also provide cartographic consultation. We'll analyze and decipher any map, all for a low, low fee. Some maps may be valid, free to be decided on a case-by-case basis.
Sorry, did you just talk to your stick?
You mean Cornelius Kane?
Oh,
And he's given it a name. Great.
Don't ask any follow-up questions. Maybe he'll let us move on.
oh, er ist ein bisschen wahnsinnig. Ich liebe Cornelius.
How'd you wind up here?
I crushed my hot air balloon into the ocean. Whole thing came down. Dreadful. And of course, I've never been a swimmer, don't have the upper body strength.
How'd you crash your balloon?
A rather spirited disagreement with a flock of migratory pelicans led to an abrupt
Sure, okay. And the actual reason?
storm.
There we go.
Wait, so you're an aeronaut? I thought you were a shopkeeper.
Yes, well, you're quite right, of course. But I've been inspired to leave my shop behind and head out on a journey of discovery into the great unknown. That was the plan, at least. As you can see, I didn't make it very far at all.
So there's a storm, the balloon crashes, you fall into the ocean, then what?
Enter Captain Mortuga. He finds me adrift, fishes me out of the water, and promptly places me here.
In the engine room? Was every other room taken?
On the contrary, only Mortuga and Zephyr were living here when I arrived, so I rather had the run of the place. Cornelius and I just agreed this would be the best place to set up shop, as it were.
Why did you set up your shop again? You just said you'd been inspired to leave it behind.
I had to make myself useful somehow, didn't I?
Oh, er ist so süß.
Let's see. I'd taken Cornelius up to the mess hall. Poor fellow needed a little repair work, you see.
Were you alone up there? Aside from Cornelius, I mean.
Werman was there, working away on his typewriter. Then, all of a sudden, somebody new came down the ladder. A woman by the name of Mariana Moon. Werman and I conversed with her for a few minutes before Mortuga himself entered the room. He passed through towards the child's room and the storeroom, but before he left, he asked us to provide Mariana with a tour of the submarine. Werman feigned a sudden fatigue and slithered off back to his room, leaving me as the solitary tour guide.
You do kinda look like a tour guide, to be honest.
Yes, well, I won't bore you with a blow-by-blow. I'm sure Mariana will cover that in her statement. Suffice it to say, we ended up in the bilge at the very back of the submarine. And there we were, standing in the dark, when all of a sudden, a voice echoed down from above.
Mortuga's voice?
No, a young woman's, possibly too different, would it? The voices were followed by the sound of a blade, and finally a dull thud, like something hitting the ground.
Sounds like a murder to me.
What did Mariana make of all this?
Well, apparently satisfied by our impromptu eavesdropping session, she made her farewells and left.
You didn't go with her?
No, I stayed a little longer.
Did you hear any other weird noises?
I did. First, the sound of the storeroom door wrenching open and then closing again. Secondly, some kind of short, heavy scrape, mechanical. And finally, a dull thud, like something hitting the ground.
Sorry, again?
How many murders were there?
I didn't really know what to do with myself after that, but an unexpected lurch of the submarine caused me to very nearly topple over into the bilge water. So I decided to take my leave and return to the safety of my engine room.
You didn't want to go upstairs and see what was going on?
I certainly thought about it. Ultimately, I think it came down to cowardice on my part.
You didn't want to run to the murderer.
So, let's see. I was sat there, feeling rather pathetic, when Cynthia appeared in my doorway.
And what did she want?
Well, she had a compass she wanted me to fix. I agreed to take a look at it for her, but that wasn't the end of it. She then told me she'd been asked to bring me upstairs, along with everyone else. And so, after fetching Mariana from next door, the three of us went up to the storeroom. I saw Mortuga's body laying on the floor, saw the cut across his neck. The cowardice I'd felt before compounded. Tadpole spoke to the room. She wanted a confession, or even just an explanation. It goes without saying that nobody was willing to offer one. Really, that's the end of it. After that, several things happened very quickly. Cynthia became captain, decided to bring in a detective. You two arrived, and here we are.
Okay. Machen wir dieses Spiel hier nochmal. Wir haben dann wirklich nur noch Frau Tadpole, die wir noch
I
nicht kennen.
noticed Dirk seems to be trying to tell Werman what to write in his book.
Is he just trying to make sure Warman gets it done? Or is he trying to get him to write it in a certain way?
A little of both, I'd wager.
Maybe he's in league with Roman's publisher.
Dirk? Ah, that can't be right. If I recall correctly, he told me he worked for something called, oh yes, thank you, Cornelius. Wit and Whimsy, that was it. But I'm not sure what
It's a movie production company. It's owned by Vincent Van de Peer. He's a director and producer.
Well, someone's well informed.
Vincent once went location scouting in the swamp where I worked as a gift shop sales clerk.
Ah, of course.
What'd you make of old Dr. Zephyr? Not a fan?
There's been some speculation that his experiments may be dangerous or even harmful. Although it's hard to be sure, since he seems so reluctant to admit what they actually are.
You don't even know? I would have thought, since you've both been here for a while.
Well, yes, Zacharias was one of the only 2 souls aboard the submarine when I arrived, but he never made me feel especially welcome. And he certainly wasn't keen on me poking around his dream chamber. In fact, he always seemed somewhat wary of me, like my arrival was going to scupper his plans in some way.
Oh.
I guess Zephyr and Mortuga weren't expecting anyone else to show up.
Das ist einfach so ein Kreuzfahrtschiff, ehrlich gesagt. Es sind so viele Leute da.
I never got the details out of either of them, so I can't confirm this. But I believe Werman was invited onto the submarine by Mortuga himself.
Really? Why?
It's very strange. I can't for the life of me imagine why Mortuga would bring a journalist on board.
Werman's an author, not a journalist.
Ah, well, he used to be a journalist. He wrote for the local newspaper. And I will say he doesn't seem to have lost the instinct to always be on the lookout for a story. He lived and worked in the inn opposite my emporium. I'd see him when I offered my custom at the inn, and in return, he'd come by my shop. As a sailor, Mortuga shared in my interest of nautical navigation. He even hired me for a job once.
Did he tell you he was planning to go live on a submarine?
I don't think he told anybody. After his disappearance, all I had was several largely unsatisfactory rooms. They said he disappeared into the sea, whatever that was supposed to mean. The first time I laid eyes on his eponymous submarine was when it rescued me from my fallen balloon. I can't tell you how surprised I was to see Magnus Mortuga step out into the foredeck, although he wasn't quite the same man I'd known before.
How do you mean?
The light in his eyes was dull, like he wasn't really there.
What had happened to him?
Well, I'd never found out, but perhaps the rumors were true after all. Perhaps he had disappeared into the sea.
Dramatisch, Godric. Oh mein Gott, seine Augen, ey.
Before this thrilling little jaunt on the Mortuga submarine, I'd lived in Silkworm all my life. I worked for my father and eventually inherited his business. Gorman Grip's nautical and aeronautical precision measurement and navigation instruments.
Snappy title.
I eventually trimmed the name down to just Mr. Grip's Emporium. That was around the same time I hired young Cornelius here as a much-needed second pair of hands.
He's a stick. He does not have hands.
Yes, running that business was my whole life for many years. Slow, sometimes tedious work, but I was extremely good at it. I especially relished in the task of deciphering and restoring old maps. The more decrepit they were, the more I enjoyed it.
And now you live in the engine room of a submarine. Must be a big change.
Yes and no. Young Cynthia seems quite convinced that she should be the new captain in the wake of Mortuga's death.
Sounds like you don't agree.
Well, now, I didn't say that. It's just...
You don't think she's up to the task?
On the contrary, from what I've seen, Cynthia is a remarkably bright and capable young woman. So much so that I bemoan seeing her spend her best years hidden away down here in the dark.
It doesn't have to be permanent. She could be captain for a little while and then go do something else.
She could.
You know, there was something I noticed while giving Mariana a tour of the submarine. Soon after we entered the bilge, she whipped out her tobacco pipe with a strange kind of urgency.
Did she smoke it?
Well, she put it in her mouth, but she didn't light it. What's that, Cornelius? You've never seen her light it? Well, now you mention it.
Yeah, probably not a good idea to smoke inside a submarine anyway.
Yes, and Mariana seems like such a stickler for health and safety regulations. I will say, in the last day or so, the symmetry does seem particularly somber.
Because of Mortuga's death?
Yes, the problem seems to be that she considers herself a kind of catalyst.
Does she? Why?
Well, I believe she'd been working on some new project, and shortly before Mortuga died, Symmetry shared this project with him.
And?
And then he dies. It's probably just bad timing.
What kind of project was it?
I really have no idea. What's that? Oh, yes. Cornelius tells me he saw Symmetry drawing something while in the mess hall. A poster, apparently.
Okay. Das kann halt das gewesen sein, oder? Dieses eine. Dieses hier. Das.
Cornelius tells me he spotted Miss Silk Moth drawing this while she was in the mess hall.
What's it a drawing of, exactly?
Let's have a look, shall we? That's Symmetry, I assume. And she's sitting on the cauldron, facing a window.
Schon. Okay, wir fangen von... Oh. Okay, so viele fehlen uns gar nicht mehr.
Let's see here. Nope, doesn't say it anywhere. No based on, no inspired by.
Inspired by what?
True events. But then again, I suppose he's largely imaginary, mostly guesswork. I imagine that gets him off the hook. No bladed weapon of any kind was found in the room. Yes, I noticed that too.
The missing murder weapon. Classic.
Any idea where it might be, or what?
Not yet.
Wonderful, isn't it? Cornelius thinks it might be his great-grandmother. For all I know, he may be right.
It belonged to Mortuga, I assume?
Yes, and to me it sits right alongside that iron bell in his office and that stone cauldron in the storeroom. Together, they form Mortuga's collection of inexplicably cursed-looking nautical artifacts.
Maybe they do form a set.
Yes. Can't really miss it, can you?
It's creeping me out, but I really want to know what it is.
I wouldn't lose sleep over it if I were you. Is that a sun?
Probably. Although it could be a wheel.
Yes, wheel tablets.
We think Mortuga might have dropped this when he was killed.
You can think that all you like. Personally, I think it came from somewhere else.
If it wasn't dropped by Mortuga, perhaps it was dropped by the culprit?
Might have been either.
You're suggesting this bottle made its own way into the crime scene?
Maybe.
This is from a ship's sail?
I think so.
Did you sell sails in your shop?
No, ship parts like that fell within the remit of the Drummond shipyard a few doors down.
So what's the deal with this cauldron?
I've no idea.
Really? I figured you've been here a while. Surely Mortuga would have mentioned it.
He never did. Seems like he was keeping it secret.
From who?
From everyone.
Why would it need to be a secret?
Maybe he just wanted it all for himself. Yeah, whatever was in there. I mean,
It wasn't really Mortuga's modus operandi to be selfish like that. Quite honestly, it's more likely to be the exact opposite.
what? So keeping it secret was him being selfless somehow?
Like if it was dangerous. He kept it hidden as a way of keeping you all safe.
Godric grips nautical and aeronautical precision measurement and navigation instruments. Great name.
As well, this was shortly before the rebrand.
Why'd you decide to rebrand the shop?
You see, the news about the silkworm serpent put the town in a particular sort of mood. Interest in all things nautical adventure was on the rise, you know. They put up that statue, we get tourists even.
So you capitalized on the zeitgeist.
Look at you, using the vocabulary.
Ich habe jetzt nichts dazu sagen können.
Where on earth did you find this?
It was just lying around. Do you know what it is?
What I do know is that it belonged to Mortuga.
But you don't know what it was actually for.
I couldn't say with any academic certainty. Aha! A crystal ball! Oh, how quaint. What's that? What's it for? Oh, you know, the usual. Whispering questions into the great unseen beyond, hoping without hope to get a response. Good heavens.
Something catch your eye?
Rumored to be lost at sea. Requires a special key. Is that right?
The mermaid's tongue? Do you know anything about it?
No, can't say I do. Based on this, I wonder if it may not even be real. After all, there isn't even a photograph. That's just a drawing. There's some kind of pattern. It almost looks pictorial.
Does it mean something?
It might do. I imagine poor old Zephyr's been trying his best to figure it out.
Safe. Safer.
That's the captain, is it? And her accessories are a compass and a map.
So?
So they made her the navigator and the captain. Typical navigator erasure. I don't really deal in anything post-industrial revolution. Try Cynthia.
Oh?
Teenage girl, cell phone, just seems like a natural fit, wouldn't you say? Werman's still attempting to wrestle his grand opus into existence, is he? I rather thought he'd be done by now. Inquiry's letter or code needs detailing how and when and where to find out its submarine. This Ibis person claiming to have information on Mortuga.
You know who that is?
No, Mortuga never mentioned anyone by that name. Not to me, anyway. Could this be Cynthia's attempt to get our submarine up to code and finally install a radio?
Why doesn't the ship have a radio?
1, Mortuga didn't like to use technology if he could avoid it. And 2, he didn't like to communicate with the outside world if he could avoid it.
I'm not sure I agree with that second one. There's no way all these people showed up on the submarine if Mortuga wasn't contacting the outside world.
You know, there may be something to that.
Echt so?
Oh yes, Mortuga's little model ship. He always kept it on his desk. Although I'd wager it's more than just a paperweight.
Is it based on a real ship?
It's likely. Mortuga did have a ship, or rather he worked on board one. I very much doubt he was the owner. Do you know what this is?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Maybe something left over from when it was painted? I'm guessing you never dealt with anything like this in your shop.
No, it's too big for one, and it's not exactly navigation related.
What's wrong?
I don't suppose you know what this is.
Oh.
This little part sticking up the back.
It's
No,
nothing.
I barely noticed it, to be honest.
Do you know?
Undeniably forlorn, isn't it?
What do you think, haunted? It's probably haunted, right?
If it was haunted, then it was only because Mortuga himself was its ghost. He seemed drawn to it, entranced, always held within its orbit, unable to drift away.
What's the deal with this blueprint? It's kind of a mess.
They say Mortuga bought an incomplete submarine and then paid for it to be completed. So it only makes sense that the blueprint's as ramshackle as the ship itself.
Where'd he buy it from?
How'd he pay for it?
1, the shipyard, I imagine. And 2, I have no idea. He'd never seemed to have any money. Mortuga's log. Let's find the entry about me, shall we? Here it is, right after Zephyr's. Godric Rip rescued from hot air balloon accident. To refer to it as an accident, a merciful gesture indeed.
Oh nein.
Yes, this was clearly made by someone who understands the value of iconography.
You mean the S emblems?
The whole thing?
Do you know how the wheel got damaged?
It looks in working order to me.
No, look. Some of the spokes are different. It looks like they broke off and got replaced.
You're quite right. Although it's not exactly at odds with the ship as a whole, is it?
Meaning?
Look around you. She's a ramshackle old thing. Sturdy, yes, even handsome in places, but undeniably a patchwork of sorts.
Okay.
No, I don't like it.
Now, what's wrong with it?
The wording, it's too vague. It could be about anything.
But if it's not about Cynthia and Mortuga, what would it be about?
I couldn't say, but I stand by it. There's a chance Cynthia's got the wrong end of the stick. Perhaps she oughtn't be captain after all. Oh, sorry, Cornelius. He doesn't like it when I say wrong end of the stick. Bingo! Lillian's locket in the flesh!
And Lillian is... who?
By all accounts, some kind of sorceress.
How come you know about this?
Well, it's a brass trinket, and thus it's often placed within the jurisdiction of my expertise. Oh yes, I remember hearing about this. A submarine constructed by the harbour master and the shipyard mechanic, who I believe was her husband.
Where'd you hear about it?
Just gossip from around town.
Jetzt so coole Haare, ey, ohne Witz. So hübsch.
Goodness me.
What's it a photo of?
Well, it's a face. I suppose we can agree on that.
Doesn't look like any face I've ever seen.
No, well, perhaps you ought to count yourself lucky. Are there really only 2 characters?
It's just a poster. I'm sure there are more in the actual film.
If it sticks to the novel, there actually might only be 2 characters.
Echt? Okay.
Remarkable. There we are. Cornelius, look. I told you all our hard work would put us on the map someday.
How come your logo is a hot air balloon? I thought you sold stuff for boats.
Officially, we deal in the nautical and aeronautical. But in truth, the blue motif was mostly just for fun. But I'm not sure there were ever any aeronauts in Silkworm. A quaint little pretense of Silkworm on sea, as beheld in the mind's eye of one Magnus Mortuga.
Did you know Mortuga had made this?
I'd seen it once or twice when he was first working on it, but I always got the impression it was something he wished to keep to himself. Did you open it?
Not yet. We don't know how.
Have you tried pushing the diamond thingy?
Yes.
That was the first thing we tried.
Perhaps you need a key.
Personally, I think we just need a crowbar.
Du hättest eine mitnehmen sollen.
What's with all the needles and cogs and stuff?
It looks like Grip's halfway through fixing it. That's what I figured anyway.
Ah, thank heavens! That's what I was hoping for.
Sorry, what?
Perhaps I should explain. You see, Miss Seafoam came to me with a compass she needed fixing.
Okay.
I went to put the needle back on, but Cynthia stopped me. No, she said. The whole thing is broken. You'll have to take a look at the insides. You'll have to replace the needle. For some reason, she seemed to need it to be true.
She needed the compass to be broken.
I told her I had various spare needles I could try out as replacements, and here we are.
And you left it out so Cynthia would see it? So she'd think you were actually fixing it?
Oh, that's the idea, yes. So if you kindly put it back where you found it.
How much for this one?
It's not for sale.
Oh, too rare? Too valuable?
It's from my personal collection. I really hadn't intended for you to see it.
Well, we did see it.
What's it a map to, anyway? What's it the red X?
Now that's the question, isn't it?
You don't know?
Unfortunately not.
Wollt ihr wohl dahin fliegen? Spannend, spannend. Na gut.
I wonder
wir
if
alles
Mariana
andere.
would let us take a closer look at that pipe of hers.
Okay.
It can't hurt to ask.
Alter, gehen wir jetzt